We all just settled on potatoes being used to denote bad image quality.
It's been about 10,000 years, and we're still eating bread.
Having a toothpick in your mouth makes you look cooler, unless you're actually using it as a toothpick.
We root for cops in TV shows even though they often act like the cops we hate in real life.
We must not be doing too bad if someone from the future hasn't come back to warm us.
Barbers are the only ones who can put a blade to your neck with no suspicion.
It's never a human that asked you whether you're a bot. The bots are up to something.
It's crazy how much of the technology we use is owned by Google.
Failing to teach kids how to cook in school is the biggest boost for the fast food industry.
You won't even pick out the last outfit you will ever wear.
Playing hard to get is pretending you don't want to get gotten and usually ends up with you not getting gotten because you showed you didn't want to get gotten.
Being healthy is the biggest privilege that we show the smallest gratitude for.
Either you give attention to your kids or they'll spend the rest of their lives desperately searching for it.
Despite all of them being the exact same size, CDs, DVDs, and Blu-rays all come in different sized standard cases.
When you hear music, the air is vibrating your eardrums and little individual cells in your ear all tuned to different pitches. You are being played like an instrument.
When combustion cars are completely phased out and only electric cars will occupy the roads, cities will be significantly quieter.
The only real alternative to growing old is dying young.
The fact that our brains flip the images in our heads before it interprets the images it receives is good proof that other things in the world are also not as they seem.
Laxatives are a performance-enhancing drug.
Now for a quick break. Stay tuned for more shower thoughts. Being murdered by a stranger must suck more than someone you know, because you don't get to end off with a cool betrayal.
It's weird how whenever we hear the sound of fart, we instinctively sniff even though we know the smell's gonna be bad.
Social media is proof humans can be reclusive in outside life yet social on the web.
The fact that no one is winning the lottery over and over again is proof no one can see the future.
There are more bones inside a gummy worm than in an actual worm.
The first guy to milk a cow just had to be drunk. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with more mind-bending shower thoughts. Goodbye for now. If you liked this podcast, check out our other podcast, Daily Facts. This podcast gives you interesting tidbits of information to impress your friends, family, and colleagues with. So get smarter in less than 10 minutes a day. Just search for Daily Facts in your podcast app or check the show notes page for the link. This podcast was produced by Klassic Studios. Please see the show notes page for source credits.